Occasionally, I've seen people from the video game players community criticize modern games in favor of the old ones. People saying that nowadays, games don't have the essence that older games had, heavily because modern games are easy and don't pose a challenge, while older games required you to show your skill, perseverance, and expertise in order to be completed. Inside the community, the concept of difficulty often seems to be tied to mastery, to domination, to superiority. Playing a game in an easy difficulty setting is seen as a symbol of being a casual player, someone who doesn't have much experience, a noob, which is a term normally used with negative implications, despite all of us being it in a certain point of our lives. These perceptions, whether correct or not, haven't appeared from nothingness, and aren't completely unfounded. Their origin traces back to a certain point in the evolution of the video game industry. When it first appeared, the video game industry had to face a lot of adversities. It had to compete against other entertainment industries, it had to face a lot of technical limitations, and making games difficult offered a solution to some of the adversities. Making games hard made them seem longer, since players spent more time on each screen, and presenting games as skill challenges allowed to avoid direct competition against other popular entertainment media, like literature and films. The video game industry expanded rapidly after its appearance, gaining increasing popularity over the years. Video game developers reacted to this, and in a certain point of the industry's evolution, they started to create games aimed to attract new types of clients, to increase the market segment their products covered. Easier games that could catch the interest of people that wasn't disposed to invest the time and effort needed to enjoy more classic games. This movement was what spawned the perception that modern games equal easier experiences, and as a collateral effect, it also spawned the perception that if you play easy games, you're new in the industry, because you're playing games aimed at catching the attention of people with little to no experience in the media. But both industry and community have evolved since that happened, and we have arrived to a point in which I think it's appropriate to ask ourselves, it's good for a game to be difficult? Is difficulty something game developers should aim to achieve when creating a game? Answering these questions isn't as easy as someone might think, since the concept of difficulty is a concept that can be surprisingly wide. For instance, one of the games that has achieved a considerable fame because of its difficulty is Dark Souls, or well, any game from the Souls series. Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2. These games aren't a walk in the park, that's for sure. Play them carelessly and you'll find yourself dying and repeating content over and over. Despite this, the majority of deaths in the Souls series can be avoided. These games almost always give the player the necessary information to survive, so that if they pay attention and advance with caution, they can progress with few deaths. Not only that, but almost all Souls games allow each player to modulate the experience to suit their needs. For instance, in Dark Souls, it's generally easier to defeat the enemies by using magic, rather than using only melee weapons. Choosing to use it or not isn't a setting you choose when you begin the game, but something you discover and decide to do or not do according to your wishes. So, are Souls games difficult? Well, it depends on how you decide to look and play at them. And would they benefit from more difficulty? For instance, a Dark Souls without healing items, or a Dark Souls that forced you to start from the beginning each time you died? I don't think so. Games that achieve a positive fame because of being difficult, like Souls games, don't achieve that fame because of its difficulty, but rather because they manage to be difficult for a wider range of people. It's not the difficulty of the game that matters, but the fact that they are extremely well designed for the experience they try to deliver, that in this case is a challenge. So Souls games allow a wider range of players with different profiles to enjoy that experience. But a lot of time has passed since certain limitations made making games challenges one of the most optimal choices. The industry and the community both have evolved, and now a lot more can be achieved. Think of games like Life is Strange, or Telltale games like The Wolf Among Us, or The Walking Dead. Games like Skyrim and Oblivion, games like The Witcher Saga, Journey, or Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. They aren't difficult games, but not because of that they stop being awesome games. Simply, their purpose is not to be difficult. I believe we have arrived to a point in which talking about hard and easy games is rather pointless, and instead it's better to talk about good designs and experiences. I wanted to talk about a couple more things, like how complexity isn't equal to difficulty, and how the perception that easy is for cowards can negatively affect the industry, but I think the video as it is now delivers the message better than if I now start to talk about other concepts. So, thanks for watching, I hope you found it interesting, and until next time!